Mark and Paulette here, the two travelers in Mexico, and today we're going to talk to you about the sense of community we feel here in Mexico. Now, Paulette and I were just talking about this the other night, and I'll let you take over from here because you really had a better explanation than I did.
Well, Mark and I were coming home from the park, and I said to him, you know, that feeling when we used to live in Sacramento, you know, and walking in our neighborhood at night in the evening and stuff like that, you know, we just really had that sense of community there, and, you know, got to know your neighbors, and it was just a really nice feeling, you know, that feeling of belonging, that feeling of community. You knew people's names and stuff like that. So last night when we were walking home, I told Mark, I said, you know, that feeling of community is here now. I mean, I'm feeling it. And I said, I love it. The thing is, you don't know how you're going to feel about when you move abroad. And I'm just pleasantly surprised that I feel that community, feeling that whole connection, that like we belong here. You know, there's parks where I live in my community, and, you know, people are walking their dogs, kids are playing soccer at the park, people are doing laps around the park. Just anywhere you walk on the street, people are walking their dogs or they're just walking. And, you know, you see the delivery trucks coming in for the water, for the gas. You know, you just know this stuff after living here for a while. And it's just kind of a cool thing. I mean, we really feel that sense of belonging here, and we just really love that feeling.
Yeah. I would say that for those new to our channel, we live in San Luis Potosi, but I think this is pretty much throughout Mexico. You know, but I'll just use San Luis as an example. There are a lot of activities that go on here that are geared towards family and kids, and a lot of free stuff too. You know, stuff going on in the parks, stuff going on in the plazas downtown. You know, you see parents out with their children till 10 or 11 at night in the parks. You know, now I know what you guys are probably thinking. 10 or 11 at night on a weeknight, that's pretty late to have kids out, but that's just the way it is here in Mexico. They don't, you know, they don't send the kids to bed and go watch TV or anything like that. They spend their time with their families out doing family-related stuff. You know, they spend a lot of Mexicans spend a lot of their lives outdoors.
I'd say at least 70% is outdoors. Yeah.
And, you know, we walk by people they don't know. They'll say, you know, buen dia, buenas noches, and then we say it back. Really, it's very friendly, and we experienced this not only here but in Morelia, and we've experienced it in other places that we visited too.
Yeah, the other states that we visited.
Yeah. So I think the sense of community really is throughout Mexico. It's not just in San Luis by any means, but it's you know, it's just amazing the way that people are here. The sense of family orientation, the sense of community.
Right, and you know, this is our experience. I'm sure that wherever you pick to live within Mexico, you're going to experience that same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, it's just such a nice feeling walking by and seeing those same people, you know. I don't know. I can't put it into words how good it feels to be able to experience that. And we've been in Mexico now for a little over 2 years. And go ahead.
I mean, honestly, one of my favorite things to do is to be down in Centro Historical in the plazas. You see families there, kids running around, vendors selling balloons, or they're selling food and whatever, but everyone is just running around having a good time of it.
Right. And I mean, you find the same thing at Tangamanga Park. You know, families picnicking, you know, skateboarders, skaters,
Yeah.
bicyclists, people walking, people jogging. It's just really people playing sports there.
Yeah.
It's just such a nice sense of community. Even smaller parks that we go to, you know, it's the same thing. People walking
Yeah.
their dogs, people jogging, you know, family, kids. It's, you know, I mean, yeah, do you have this in the United States? Yeah, sure you do. But until you've been here and truly experienced what we're trying to convey,
yeah, you just have no idea, because yeah, it goes, you know, they have it to a certain extent in the United States too, but here it seems to be more prevalent. You see more people out, you see more families out. Extended
Friday nights in the
families.
park is really busy
Yeah.
too in a lot of parks.
Yeah.
You got your hula hoopers, you know, your walkers, your couples that are on the bench, you know, playing kissy face, and just, I don't know, it's just, you know, little kids racing, or not racing, but those little cars, those remote cars that they can drive in the parks.
Yeah.
The vendors selling their Jamaica or their horchata or their whatever they're selling, you know.
Elote.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful atmosphere, and you know, I can honestly say that I really am glad that Mark and I chose the community that we live in, and I really feel connected here. I feel like, you know, as I've said before, this is my home. And I feel like I'm just part of this community and contribute to it.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, for people considering moving to Mexico, you undoubtedly can find your sense of community, whether it's here in San Luis or in another city, because I think it exists all over Mexico. It just happens that San Luis is a great climate for us as well.
For us,
And we like that,
it
yeah.
worked out for us.
Yeah.
Again, this is not an expat community, so keep that in mind.
Right.
You know,
But yeah, back to our, you know, back to what we were talking about, the sense of community in San Luis and throughout Mexico is just amazing, and you have to experience it to really appreciate it, because we can talk about it and say good things about it, but we can't even do it justice. I mean,
well, and the thing is too, got some barking dogs. The thing is too, what seems to be pretty typical is in the United States, the parents work, they come home, they're in the house fixing dinner. Maybe the kids might be playing in their front yard, maybe not, maybe in their backyard, I don't know. But it's like they come home from work, they go in the house. A lot of times in neighborhoods, neighbors don't even know each other.
yeah,
It's just that sad situation. And the more that we've been in Mexico, the more we realize how sad it is, you know, what is in the U.S. as far as, you know, coming home from work and just closing the door and staying inside.
right.
You know, Monday through Friday. Maybe during the weekend they're mowing their front lawn, maybe say hi to one neighbor. But, you know, here it's like
It's just
many neighbors.
it's different. Yeah, people come home from work, obviously, but you know they're back outside with their families doing stuff, going places, and just being social.
Right,
You know,
right.
so
So if you have a passion for Mexico like Mark and I do, the only thing I can say is come here and see what I mean.
yeah,
See what I'm talking about. Feel the welcomeness, the kindness that we experience.
feel the love. You know,
Yeah.
we've had so many Mexicans reach out and try to help us in different ways when we've needed help here and there.
Like when our car got messed up that time and it was making this horrible
Yeah.
noise, and we pulled over by the Kraken, And the two guys there that work there got out and jacked up my car and helped. And I mean, that's just one scenario of what you see here.
Right. The Kraken is a food truck that used to be near where we live.
Not anymore. They moved.
So, yeah, it's just, you know, everybody helps everybody. If you have an issue and if you ask one of your Mexican friends, even though they might not know how to do it or fix it, they always know someone who does. It's just amazing. I mean, I'm just beyond words even really how to truly effectively describe it.
Right. And I know that we're not doing it justice.
Yeah.
by what we're trying to describe. Maybe our words aren't the right words. Maybe we need to spend time in the dictionary and pick the right words. I don't know, but you know, we just wanted to come before you and show you that, you know, or let you know that we really feel that sense of community, and we think that if you embrace the culture like Mark and I have, I think that you would be one of those fortunate people to also feel that you're part of the community, feel like you belong, feel like, you know, this is your neighborhood. These are your friends. These are the acquaintances. These are the people that you see on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we are truly blessed to be living here.
I do too, and we say that all the time, but we say it because we truly mean it. You know, I think a lot of people that come to Mexico are pleasantly surprised from what they've listened to on the news, what they've heard, you know, murders and kidnappings and what have you. I think that they're just pleasantly surprised, beyond surprise, once they've spent any time here in Mexico. I'm not talking a week at a resort, you know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking to really experience the culture here, really experience the people, really experience a lot of this. It's nothing like you hear about. It's nothing like the news tells you about.
Yeah.
We just wanted to come and tell you this information and share with you if you are wondering, hesitant, not sure about Mexico.
Yeah. And this is our experience, but it's a lot of people experiences that we've talked to here.
Right.
In Mexico. You know, it's just simply amazing.
It is.
For me.
And as always, from the two travelers in Mexico.
What she did.
Bye, guys.
Bye.